You read the title, let's get straight to the point. Floor 48 is the easiest floor of the final 10 levels of Heavenly Tower. All you need is just Curry Cat and a unit that could tank a lot, mainly Green Shell. Research combo is recommended if you want the process to be faster. All you need to do is just stack all your long distance units, and when you are ready, you just beat the stage easily. Do I need to explain more? Number 9 is floor 45. This floor has both Baku and the Queen Bee. The main problem is the stage is a hyperbus wiener dogs and the ducks in the level that can easily kill your units in just a few hits. All you need is a long distance attacker that can hit Baku, like Courier Cat. And before you say I'm Uber carrying, here's a footage of me beating this stage with no Ubers. You just need a large research combo, or 3 small research combos, and Breaker Blast. If you could time it good enough, you might be able to kill the Queen Bee before the dog kills your Bahamut. And now you pretty much win the level as long as you have a high enough level Courier Cat. Number 8 is floor 47. Man, back then, this floor used to be so hard. But ever since Bahamut got his talents, this floor has been a breeze. All you need is just level 40 Bahamut and some good boulder timing, and you can already cripple the Puff Sleep. The main challenge is what to do after your Bahamut dies. But if you are able to stall long enough, you pretty much beat the level. Number 7 is floor 41. This floor has the bosses of Into the Future, Chapter 3 and 2, and Manic Lion Peons. This stage may look challenging, but if you have all anti-alien treasures, this floor wouldn't actually be too bad and easier than you think. If your Catalyte is high enough level, then you can actually tank multiple hits from Valkyrie. You can use Glass Cat or other anti-traitless units to deal with the Manic Lions. I recommend to use Rich Cat because you won't make money that easily in this stage. Number 6 is floor 42. Just like the previous floors, it is easier than you think. Unless if you have overly leveled units, then choosing this floor is not an option. Besides that, Sanzo Cat easily counts as a stage. And this is one of the floors where Lufalon Paslan is actually good in it. Besides that, you just need a bunch of area attackers to beat this floor. The only main threat is the Divine Cyclone because of its single knockback, Cosmic Cyclone's range and weakness, and Cyclone's revival. After beating a single Cyclone, you pretty much get enough money to beat the whole stage. Now the next floor, floor 49, where you have to fight both floor 30 and floor 40 bosses at the same time. The only reason I rank this lower than you think is because you are pretty much swimming in money and won't ever run out. You could bring Bullet Train to this floor for the double bounty. Time for the top 5, which is floor 44. Floor 44 is the first floor that introduces Deadly Advent bosses that works very well paired up together. In this floor, you fight the Angel, Clonal, and Hanya. Hanya camps in the Clonal's blind spot. The main strategy is to try to kill Hanya. The Black Glories and Doges spawn every once in a while for money. The annoying part is that Hanya does so much damage and weakens your units, making enemies have 4 times the amount of HP. And it gets harder when you don't have Sushi Cat like me. Well, at least in the time making this video. And this forces me to use a different strategy where I had to resort to nuking Hanya with Lavos, and using quick units like Cutter Cat, Courier Cat, and Bahamut to occasionally chip down either of the bosses. And I had to use Jack to knock back the Angel Clonal while using Assassin Bear Cat to deal with the Black Peons. I had to rely on Lavos Savage Blow RNG just to kill Hanya, which is why I consider this floor not harder but just annoying. Number 3, floor 50. Despite mainly being a 1v1 stage, the boss is still pretty challenging. His surge already does high damage with Curse, and he attacks pretty fast. If you aren't careful enough, then a single mistake could easily screw you over. This is again another floor where Lufalon Passalon could be good at. Money could be quite a problem since the peons that spawn don't drop a lot. Number 2 is floor 46. Floor 6 has King Wa and Dabu. King Wa has a 3 attack multi-hit with knockback, and Dabu slows, making them have intense pushing power. Your main goal is to kill Dabu as fast as possible so he becomes very weak upon revival. The main problem is the overly buffed Shy Boys and how King Wa has so much range to constantly hit your units. This is another floor where I had to rely on Lavos' Savage Blow RNG just to beat this stage, and it was still annoying. After killing Dabu, the stage becomes easier as you can start bullying King Wa. Now the final floor. The number 1 spot is floor 43. The reason I find this stage so brutal is because I don't have Kitty of Liberty. If you don't know, Kitty of Liberty is the best barrier breaker to bring on floor 43 since he's cheap and can break barriers from the Ultra Babas that occasionally spawn, and he's spammable. But since I have no good consistent barrier breakers, I have to rely on Bora. Not only that, but 3 Dreadboars and Zangaroo spawn. And you gotta be careful of who to use Holy Blast on. Even though using Holy Blast on Zangaroo sounds tempting, the next Dreadboar will spawn and forces you to use Holy Blast on them. And if Bora dies, then I'll have to wait a while, and that makes my units very vulnerable to enemies since they'll most likely end up camping behind the Ultra Baba. So as you can see, there is multiple problems in this stage. And this ends up being a stage where boss percentage does not matter, as the literal peons are making the stage harder than the boss itself. After killing the Dreadboars and Zangaroos, you can start beating that Musashi. But I have to do one thing, keep Bora alive. And yes, I have Space Cat, but he's not consistent or guaranteed. My only barrier breakers at the time I was making this video was Space Cat, Catalite, Low Macho Legs Cat, and Pastry Cat. Yeah, that's all. Just take my list with a grain of salt, as this is only my opinion on my personal experiences.